everyone, welcome to our channel Eazy Btech. This is Rujna. In the last session, I had discussed about operators. Which operators? Bitwise operator and special operator. Bitwise operators perform on bits. So that are nothing but bitwise AND, bitwise OR, XOR, negation, left shift and right shift. And after that, I covered special operator. In the special operator, identity operator and membership operator are there. Okay. In identity operator, I already told about object reusability concept. Okay. In identity operator, there are two operators are there that are nothing but is and is not. Is and is not. These operators are working on depend upon object reusability concept. And the next operator is membership operator. So we can use membership operator to check whether the given object present in the given collection. In the membership operator, two operators are there that are nothing but in, not in. So here the next operator, that is nothing but last operator. So ternary operator. So in the ternary or conditional operator. So ternary or conditional operator, some syntax is there, that is nothing but variable is equal to first value if condition, else second value. So observe this syntax. So you have to give some condition here. If condition, if the given condition is true, first value will be stored in variable. If the given condition is false, the second value will be stored in variable. Let's see an example for ternary operator. An example for ternary operator. For example, I'm taking a variable like a is equal to 10. For example, these 10, I have to know about these 10 value is either even or odd. Either even or odd. Okay. For this purpose. So for this purpose, what is an even number? Even number must be divisible by 2 and remainder should be 0. Okay. Remainder should be 0. So I am storing result is equal to even. That is nothing but first value. If condition is what? A modulo 2 is equal to 0, else odd. This is our entire syntax. See this syntax. Variable is nothing but I am giving result. Okay. And next one, first value is nothing but even. If the condition is true, then it is a even. Even should be stored in result. Okay. If the condition is false, it's move on to the else block. The second value will be stored in variable. What is the second value? Second value is odd. Will be stored in result. Let's print. Print like 10 is even. I have to print 10 is even. So A, comma, is a message. A is a variable value and result is also variable value. Okay. Let's print ternary. Compile this program, execute this program. 10 is even. For example, I am giving an odd number 101. Let's execute this program. 101 is odd. This is the first example for ternary operator. So that is nothing but even or odd. Okay, all of you clear about this? This is about even or odd. See here, I am giving another example. Biggest of two numbers. Biggest of two numbers. In the biggest of two numbers, I am taking two variables. A is equal to 101, B is equal to 123. A is equal to 101 and B is equal to 123. Here, A greater than B. I am checking. A is greater than B? No. So, see here B is a greater. Okay. So, if A greater than B, A value should be stored in result. If A not greater than B, A is less than B, B value should be stored in result value. So, if A greater than B, A value should be stored in result. If A less than B, then B value should be stored in result. So, result, biggest number is result. Biggest number is 123. Okay. For example, I am giving 1010. Here A is biggest. The biggest number is 1010. Okay. This is the second example for ternary operator. Okay. So up to now we cleared operators concept. Okay. So what is an operator? Operators concept. What is an operator? Types of operator. There are totally 7 types of operators are there. Okay, arithmetic operator, assignment operator, relational operator or comparison operator, logical operator, bitwise operator, special operator, ternary operator. Okay. I think all of you got about operators concept. Operators concept is over now. Okay. So there is no increment decrement operator is there. There is no increment decrement operator in Python, but C++, Java contains increment decrement operator, or we can call as unary operator also. Okay. The next concept. Okay. The next concept is programs. Okay. Basic programs. After completion of basic programs, we move on to control structures topic. I am taking a new page. The first program. Here up to now I am taking a variable value like this at initialization time. So I am taking initialization time, but now onwards I have to take variable value in runtime. For example, I have to take an integer value. Then in runtime, then you should give int of input of input of. For example, I have to take float value, float of input of. If you want to take runtime input, if you want to take runtime input, input of function is used. Input of function is used. If you want to take runtime input integer value, then int of predefined function is used. So float value, float of. Complex value, C is equal to complex of input of like this. Okay. For string value, D is equal to, actually str is optional, input of. For example, E is equal to input of. By default, it will be treated as string. str is optional. You have to take or not. Input of E is nothing but a string predefined function. It will be considered as, by default, it will be considered as string. Okay. Either you have to take like this also. Okay. So, like, I'm entering some message here. Enter integer value. Enter integer value. Enter float value. Enter float value. Enter complex value. Enter string. Enter string. Here I am printing these variables. Print A. It will print integer number. Print B. It will print float value. Print C. It will print complex. Print D. It will print string. Print E. It is also print string. Okay. First Okay, let's execute this program. It will ask enter integer value. For example, I am entering 34. Enter float value 12.98. Enter complex value 12 plus 78j. Enter string. So Python. Enter string Java. So here it is an integer value and second one is float value. Third one is complex. So next one Python and next one Java. So by default, I already told about by default it will treated as string. It is also treated as string, but str is optional. So I'm showing you in practically type of E, type of D. Same type of A, type of A is nothing but integer value. Type of B, float value. Type of C, complex. Type of D print string. Type of E also print string. It will be treated as by default string in E variable. I am entering integer value 89, 67. Just I am giving 67 only. It is an integer value. Let's observe this. 34 plus 78j. It is a complex value. String Python Java. See here 89 is an integer. 89 integer. So I am giving here 67 only, but it will display 67.0. It is float value and a complex. So Python Java is string. By default, it will be treated as string. str is optional for runtime input. For runtime input, str is optional. So you are giving input of function. So only input of function it will be treated as string. Okay. Up to now it is clear. Then I move on to the next example. Next example, like sum of two numbers. Sum of two numbers. A is equal to int of input of enter A value. B is equal to int of input of enter B value. Just sum equal to A plus B. Print sum of, it is a message, sum of two numbers is equal to sum. Let's execute this one. 123, 14. Sum of two numbers is 137. Okay. For example, I am giving these two numbers only input. Input of enter A value. Input of enter B value. Let's observe this. So I am giving 10, 10. Actually sum of two numbers. So sum of two numbers I am giving A value is 10, B value is 20. So we think the answer is 20. Okay, we think the answer is 20. But by default, so here I didn't enter int predefined function. By default 10 and 10 will be treated as string. Will be treated as string. Okay, this time click enter. See here, by default these 10 will be treated as string. That's why it display 1010 means concatenation. So whenever we enter plus operator is nothing but addition operator. plus. Plus is nothing but addition operator. Addition. Plus operator is used for strings and integers also. Strings also support plus operator. Plus operator is supported for strings also. So in plus operator we are using strings. So it will be used for concatenation. Concatenation is nothing but combine. So we are giving first variable as 10, second variable as 10. For example, these two variables are integer, then the value is 20. If these two variables are string, it will combine the both strings. Then answer is 1010 like this. So see here 10 plus 10. The answer is 20. 10 plus 10. The answer is 1010. Plus operator is also used for strings concept. So by default, these plus is treated as concatenation. These plus is treated as concatenation if both operands are string. If the both operands are string. So what about if one operand is string and another operand is integer? If one operand is string, another operand is one operand is string, another operand is integer, it will generate error message. See here, type error can only concatenate string to string. It is only concatenate string to string, not integer. Okay, if we are using plus operators in strings concept, if we are using plus operators in strings concept, must and should both arguments should be string type. Must and should both arguments should be string type. If we are using strings plus operators in strings concept, if we are using plus operator in strings concept, must and should both operand should be string type. Okay, okay, let's see another example. Like enter employee details and print them. Name is equal to input of enter employee name, enter employee name. Next, employee ID is equal to, maybe the ID is in strings format. Enter. There is no calculation for employee ID, then you have to take in strings format. Enter employee ID. Salary is equal to, you have to take in float format. Float is equal to float of input of enter salary. Enter salary. Okay, just print them. Print name, print ID, print salary. Print salary. Okay, let's execute this. Enter employee name. For example, I'm entering Srijana. Okay, enter employee ID. For example, 1 2 3 4 5. Enter employee salary 75,000. Okay, so here this is the answer. This is the string value, this is also string value, and this is float value. Here it is an example for enter employee details and print them. So then we move for next example. Enter student details, student marks, for example student marks, and calculate some means total and average. Total and average. For example, I am taking 3 subject marks. S1 is equal to int of input of int of input of, enter Python marks, enter Python marks. Next, s2 is equal to int of input of, enter Java marks. S3 is equal to int of input of, some enter CPP marks. Okay, so let's find total and average for these three subjects. Total is equal to S1 plus S2 plus S3. Average is equal to total by 3. How many subjects are there? There are 3 subjects, that's why we have to give 3. Let's print marks. So for example, marks memo. Print Python. What is the Python marks? That is nothing but S1. Print Java S2. Print CPP C++ S3. So then print total is equal to TOT, total marks, and finally average is AVG. Okay, let's execute this program. Run. What is the Python marks? For example, I am giving 89. Java marks 90. CPP 78. Okay, so then the average is 80.666 like this. So it is a total. Okay, are you clear about this example? Okay, I am telling another basic program. Like area of triangle. For example, in area of triangle, B is equal to, either you have to take integer value or float value. Float of input of, enter base value, H is equal to float of input of, enter height value, Okay, then calculate area. Area is equal to half into base into height, that is nothing but B into H by 2. This is the answer. Then print, after calculation, print area of triangle. Is equal to area. Okay, let's execute this program. What is the base value? For example, I am giving 6. It will be treated as 6.0 because it is for example, 6.3. Okay, height is 2. The answer is 6.3. Okay, so again I am giving, let's execute 10, 4. Okay, so 10 into 4 by 2. The answer is 20. So this is about area of triangle. This is another basic example program. And next example, for example, simple interest. Simple interest. What is the simple interest formula? P into T into R by 100. P means principal, T means time, and R means rate. Okay. P is equal to, so either you have to enter float or integer value. Float of input of enter float value. Okay. Next, T is equal to float value, enter principal, either enter P value, enter T value is nothing but, either you have to take like this, enter total amount, that is nothing but principal, enter time, either that is nothing but years, in years. R is equal to, what is the rate of interest? Float of input of enter rate of interest. Let's calculate this. Simple interest is equal to P into T into R by 100. Okay. Print simple interest is equal to some SI. Okay. Let's print. For example, I am giving 25,000 is the principal, time is 2, rate is also 2. Then the answer is 1000. This is another basic example program. These are only basic concepts, basic programs only. Okay. And next one, so next program is nothing but swapping. So in swapping, two types are there. What are they? Swapping, two types are there. First one is swapping without using another variable, swapping with using another variable. For example, I am using here with using another variable. What about this? All of you know about this concept. So don't worry. I will tell one example for swapping with using another variable. Means, for example here, let's imagine like I'm taking one container like this. I'm taking one container. Okay. Here it is a second container. Okay. So I have two containers. Okay. First container and second container. The first container name is A and second container name is B. So first container name is A and second container name is B. So first of all, you have to know about what is swapping. Swapping is nothing but interchange. Okay. Swapping is nothing but interchange. In the first container, milk is there. In the first container, milk is there. In the second container, water is there. So, but I want to interchange these two. So, I have water in A container. I want to water in A container and milk in B container. Okay. So, for this purpose, so I have to interchange these two containers. So what is the solution for this? You mix these two containers, or you mix these two containers? No. So we will take another container. We will take another container. For example, it is an empty container. It is an empty container. Let's imagine the container name is C. The container name is C. The container name is C, either C, small c or capital C, whatever that is your wish. Okay, first of all, I am interchanging. First of all, I want to store a value in C. I want to store a value in C. What is that? A value in C. C equal to A. Automatically, A value should be stored in C. A value should be stored in C. Next. What is the second step? This is the first step. I am storing A value in C. Okay. So, automatically A container is empty. Automatically A container is empty. Then, I am storing B value in A. I am storing B value in A. B value in A. That is nothing but B value in A. So, A is equal to B. B is stored in A. Okay, B is stored in A. In the first container, milk is there. That is stored in C. Okay, automatically this container is empty. After that, I am storing water in A. Water in A. Then the second container is empty. The second container is nothing but B container is empty. This is the second step. So, what is the third step? So, I have to move C to B. C value is to B. This is the third step. I am storing C value into B. So, B is equal to C. So, here it is the logic. So, are you understand how to interchange these values? C equal to, so this is the logic. That is nothing but C is equal to A is equal to B, and B equal to C is the logic of swapping with using another variable. Here we are using another container. Okay. And swapping. See here, I am taking two variables, int of input of enter A value, B is equal to int of input of enter B value. Enter B value. So, first of all, I want to print only AB values. Print before swapping. Before swapping, some A is equal to A value. Next, B is equal to B value. Let's print. See here, A value is 10, B value is 5. So, before swapping, A value is 10, B value is 5. So, after swapping means you have to enter this logic. C equal to A equal to B, B equal to C is the logic. After swapping, the values will be interchanged. After swapping. Let's see. 10, 5. Okay, before swapping A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 5. After swapping, A value is 5, B value is equal to 10. Okay, this is about swapping with using another variable. In the next session, I will discuss about swapping without using another variable. In swapping without using another variable, three logics are there. I will explain that three logics, and then I will move on to the control structures topic that are most important topics on Python. Okay. So this is about today's session. I hope all of you understand these concepts. This is the only basic concepts. I will tell remaining examples on later sessions. Okay. Thanks for watching.